Yeah, so your question is a question of stewardship and who should be the steward. That's a there is there is the common good. There is common good. You wouldn't have the kind of highways we have if we didn't come up with a way of all of us participating in the tax structure. There are certain common goods. Health care, I believe, is one of those common goods. Now, how we distribute that common good is another way. Our society is, I just got back from China, and they trying to model after some of the things we're doing. They're a communist country that most of the government doing. They see now that our what you call NGOs, non-government organizations, and that's Christian church is an NGO, Red Cross NGO, schools are NGO, some housing is NGO. You get the idea? And that means that we as individuals can participate in that and take our personal responsibility. There is some things that the government have to do. Our roads, our rivers, our bridges. You get the idea? Our public health. We can't take responsibility for AIDS completely. We can't take responsibility for certain individuals because they're too big and they reproduce themselves in society. So we have to handle that all. You get the idea? But I do believe, I know what you're thinking about. I think that the church has a right, and the government give us that right. That's what a non-tax exempt for. So more and more, the government would be happy too. We organize health service, and now the government wants the Christian health service to deliver it because we can deliver it much better and cheaper than the public society can. You got the idea? But I think there is then your responsibility to decide where you put your resources. And I think more and more, we in community, we in churches should look at how we can take more responsibility to do some of those things. The government don't know the best way in all cases. But they are failing so bad that they need help. And then we need to create ways that we can make a creative witness to our government. They're going to be there. We'd be lawless if we didn't have government. You get the idea in our society. And thank God that we have the freedom that we can take government down every 4 years, and put up a new one. But right now, we don't have much of a choice to put them up and down. So now it's going to be more possible, I think, as we move along, for communities and churches and others to take better responsibility. Because, our welfare program, the way it worked, everybody knew that we had to reform it because it was addicting. It was addicting. It was making people more poor, and then it was making them depend on that. Instead of getting independent of that. The right to work, pursue happiness, is by work. So I hear you. China is modeling, that's what I was in China for. They looking to develop NGOs, and they're using our organization as a model. Yeah, so it's, and government, these things are not solid questions for every incident. You have to weigh decisions based upon the question that's being asked. We don't have many universal solutions to universal problems because human behavior is different.